Hey folks, how's it going? I'm a longtime archery hunter. I've been hunting mostly from climbing tree stands with a compound bow, and the past couple of years I've had trouble motivating myself to carry that stand back into the woods to more remote locations that I hunt. So I started toying with the idea of saddle hunting and have been slowly piecing together a saddle hunting setup that I'm going to use this next year. Anyway, this video is going to show you how to modify API climbing sticks. This is an API climbing stick. As far as I'm concerned, for the money, they're about as good as you can get. And I actually think that they have some features that are even preferable to some more expensive sticks. I'm going to show you a quick, easy, and safe modification to turn this from a 3-step climbing stick into a 2-step climbing stick. You're taking a risk when you modify anything. So changing anything or using it outside of manufacturer specifications is risking your own safety in doing so. So here's a real quick look at the modification we're going to make. And it helps me to see things visually to understand them. We're taking the 3-step API stick. We're utilizing the bottom hole, the next hole up, and the third hole. We're going to cut it just above where that button is. And we're going to use those same 3 holes. The only difference is we're going to reverse the position of the middle step with the buttons. A couple of the great things about this modification are, one, we're only making one cut on the stick. We're only cutting 1.5 inches above the edge of the hole for the button. So one cut is it, and we're using existing holes, so there's no drilling. But this is super simple. One cut, no drilling, use existing holes, and you have a 20-inch step-to-step and a button in a good spot. Almost forgot one thing. One of the reasons that I like to keep this extra distance, this 1.5 inches on the top and the bottom of the stick is, let me put it here, this space here on the standoff, when you stack them diagonally, one stick goes above and the standoff catches. That 1.5 inches allows the standoff from the top stick to stack on the end of the bottom stick. And to me, I think that's worth it so that they stack better for hauling out. If that's something you're interested in, leave that 1.5 inches on the end of the stick and they stack perfectly. Okay, here are the basic tools you need to make this modification. There aren't many. A tape measure to measure the distance to make the cut, a pencil to mark the cut, hacksaw or something to make the cut. I used a chop saw with a soft metal blade. I just have this leftover scrap of wood to stick into the tube and pop the end cap out. A socket, 1/2 inch socket, and a 1/2 inch wrench. One thing I'll add on tools is, when I used the hacksaw originally, I did need some sandpaper to clean the end of the cut up. But when I used the soft metal chop saw blade, the cut was smooth enough that it didn't need any sanding. I have a blade for soft metals and plastic. And boy, using that on the chop saw sure makes this cut a lot easier. Alright, now we've made the cut, we have the finished stick and the extra piece. The easiest way that I found to get the end cap out is to just put a stick up inside and bang down. There it is, and I can even just put that in right now. Just orient it the same as, whoop. Some metal filings coming out of there. There. Now with the cut made, it's super obvious where everything goes. One step, the other step, whoop, where I'm at, and the button. I can't think backwards. So I'll put that together now. Make sure you have everything oriented properly, or you'll have to reassemble them. Take them apart and reassemble them. These are the standoffs. The standoff is the piece that connects the stick to the tree. This may be the only feature on these sticks that I don't love. The standoffs have worked fine when I've used them, but there are some out there that are a little more aggressive that I kind of like a little better. That actually might be a modification that I do down the road. Lone Wolf has standoffs that you can purchase pretty inexpensively, and I think they go great on these sticks. If you've made that modification, I'd be happy to hear about it. Alright, there you have it. With one cut and only using existing holes without having to drill at all, it's a super easy, quick modification to make to these API 3-step climbing sticks to make them into a 2-step stick. Thanks a lot, take care.